Hi guys, welcome back. It's been a totally wild day in the Champions League, so we've gathered the most important news for you to enjoy. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe under this episode, and let's get the show on the pitch. Juventus striker Arkadiusz Milik has undergone another knee surgery. He will definitely not be able to play this year. Liverpool and Manchester United will compete for Juventus central back Gleiten Bremer next summer. Real Madrid newcomer Hendrik made his first ever start for Los Blancos in the Champions League clash against Lille. Ali Youssefy, who has been coaching Senegal since 2015, has departed his position as the manager of Lions of Teranga after not having his contract renewed by the Senegal Football Federation. Despite the disastrous start of the season, Southampton have no plans to sack their head coach. Russell Martin Ousmane Dembélé has apologized to the squad and head coach Luis Enrique. He will return to the squad for the League One duel against Nice on Sunday. Previously, media reports suggested there was a conflict between the coach and the player. Lionel Messi has been included in the Argentina roster for the upcoming 2026 World Cup qualifiers. Nico Paz from Como got his debut call-up. Eduardo Camavinga made his first appearance on the pitch this season during the Champions League encounter against Lille. Prior to that, he did not perform due to a knee injury. Barcelona winger Rafinha insists that he will not leave the club before his contract expires in the summer of 2027. The way Rico Luis is playing, there are no words. He does everything, and does everything very well, Pep Guardiola said. Today, Chelsea are scheduled to face Gent in the Conference League, though the club's official website mistakenly listed the Blues' opponents as Genk. Mario Balotelli's representatives offered the player services to Genoa. The Griffin took time to think about it. Crystal Palace could sack Oliver Glasner if the team's results don't improve and appoint David Moyes as their new manager instead. Chelsea are set to battle Liverpool for the signature of Bayer Leverkusen defender Piero Incapié. We are gonna make a success of the season. In May, in all my last 6 seasons, there were always trophies. That's what we are aiming for. The goal is always winning trophies and finishing as high as possible in the league. Of course, Ayrton Hayes-Shore Arsenal are seriously considering to make a move for Girona left-back Miguel Gutierrez. Aston Villa will reject all offers regarding the sale of Colombian forward John Duran. Donny van de Beek's goal against Feyenoord marked the Dutchman's first accurate shot in all tournaments in 30 months. Aston Villa have broken Bayern's crazy streak of 41 consecutive Champions League group stage victories. I believe this is the year for Arsenal to win the Premier League title, Baka Osaka stated. Atletico Madrid's versatile midfielder Marcos Llorente did not complete the match against Benfica due to a muscle injury. We are not discussing a new deal for Paulo Di Paulo at this stage, Roma sporting director Florent Gisolfi shared. Real Madrid ace Rodrigo Goes missed the game against Lille due to a minor injury sustained while playing against Atletico Madrid for the first time in the Champions League history. 3 Spanish clubs lost their matches in a single day. Mohamed Salah became the highest ever African goal scorer in the Champions League with 45 goals. He has surpassed Didier Drogba in this regard. Real Madrid lost for the first time since January this year. The Merengues' unbeaten streak lasted 36 matches. The Champions League match day 2 is now behind us. Have a look at the latest results. Who would have thought that Real Madrid would lose to humble Lille? Throughout the first 45 minutes, Madrid hardly created any clear-out chances at the opponent's goal, and at the first half stoppage time, the referee awarded a penalty for Eduardo Camavinga's handball. Jonathan David confidently converted a spot kick into a goal. The Whites came on strong in the final minutes, but still failed to score at least once. This victory pleased Ethan Mbappé, who represents the Mastiffs, although he missed the game due to injury. A sad Kylian left the pitch without a single goal contribution. Bravo! Unai Emery. Aston Villa showed incredible defensive display against Bayern Munich, with John Durant punishing Manuel Neuer for constantly leaving his position by lobbing the ball over the legendary keeper at the 79th minute. A perfect start to the Champions League campaign for the villains. Something very strange happened to Atletico during the entire game. Diego Simeone's man didn't take a single shot on target, yet conceded 2 penalty goals from Di Maria and Cacto, and allowed Kerem Aktürkoğlu and Alexander Bak to score 1 each. Juventus' victory was truly unbelievable. The White and Blacks created themselves a bunch of problems, being reduced to 10 men at the score of 1-1, conceding a penalty, but somehow managing to hit 2 beautiful goals against RB Leipzig. Meanwhile, Liverpool had no problems at all against Bologna. In the first half, Alexis McAllister slotted the ball into an empty net, and after the break, it was Mohamed Salah who put the game to rest. Barcelona realized that Robert Lewandowski is getting closer to his retirement with each passing year, so the club is actively exploring replacement options. In the summer of 2025, Blaugrana are planning to acquire a knee forward, according to the source. The Spanish giants are now exploring the possibility of recruiting Lille and Canada hotshot Jonathan David. Barcelona representatives like the way David operates in the opponent's box, and the club believes that Hansi Flick will be able to bring this player to the next level. The other important factor is that David's contract expires in the summer of 2025. In other words, Barcelona could sign him as a free agent. Athletic Bilbao star Nico Williams unexpectedly stayed at his boyhood club after the spectacular 2024 Euros, but next summer he will definitely move to a top club, but there's no guarantee that it'll be Barca who show the most substantial interest in Nico. Yesterday, it became known that Juventus also intend to compete with the Catalans for the player's services. If the winger does not extend his contract with Athletic and his release clause remains at 60 million euros, the old lady will trigger it and try to convince Williams to join their ranks. However, so far, Nico is reportedly leaning towards staying in Spain. Last week, Manchester City suffered a huge injury blow to its key midfielder Rodri for the rest of the season, and the club is determined to find a replacement. The most desirable option for Pep Guardiola seems to be Barcelona midfielder Frenkie de Jong, but the Catalans will demand a huge amount of money for him. Plus, the player himself intends to stay at the club. The other options include Adam Wharton from Crystal Palace and Atalanta midfielder Ederson. The citizens are not considering the return of Kelvin Phillips. Last week, Barcelona were left without their first-choice goalkeeper Marc-Andre ter Stegen until the end of the season, but luckily, the club managed to find a way out of this situation. Today, Barcelona officially announced the signing of an experienced Polish goalkeeper Wojciech Szczesny, with his contract valid through the remainder of the season. Last summer, once Szczesny left Juventus, he announced his retirement from professional football. Despite that, the offer from Barcelona motivated the 34-year-old Pole to change his mind. Earlier on, at a press conference, Barcelona head coach Hansi Flick claimed that no player in his squad would receive a guaranteed place in the lineup, so Szczesny would have to fight for a place in the starting 11 with the new Akapia. A few days ago, Atletico Madrid striker Antoine Griezmann surprised us with his decision to retire from the national team of France. In winter, it looks like he may change not only the club, but also the continent to pursue his career. According to a source, Inter Miami will attempt to land Griezmann in the next transfer window. The French forward has long said that his ultimate goal is to retire, and Mels Griezmann is a huge fan of American sports and lifestyle. Another important reason for his interest lies in the fact that his friend Lionel Messi is playing for Inter Miami. Griezmann's current contract with Atletico runs until the summer of 2026. Lamine Yamal is definitely the world's biggest football talent right now, which means that Barcelona will need to try very hard to keep him in the squad. According to the source, PSG and Manchester City are already expressing interest in the team, but Saudi Arabia's Al Ahly stand ready to make the most generous offer. To avoid this, Bars are set to urgently extend Yamal's contract and insert a massive release clause in it. Guys, hope you enjoyed today's news. Make sure to subscribe to our channel to stay ahead of the game. We hope to see you next time, guys. Enjoy!